Have you ever wondered if your simple morning routine might actually be working against you? Most of us wake up, pour a cup of coffee, maybe toast some bread, and settle into our usual cozy spot. It's familiar, comforting, feels like home. But what if one part of that routine, something you've done for years, could silently be putting your health at risk, maybe even without you realizing it? Take my neighbor, Harold, for example. At 76, he wasn't sick and didn't have any warning signs. But one morning, after his usual breakfast of black coffee and toast with jam, he stood up, felt lightheaded, and suddenly everything went dark. Doctors later told him it wasn't just bad luck. It was a perfect storm of low blood sugar, dehydration, and a spike in cortisol, all triggered by a seemingly harmless breakfast routine. Here's the thing. As we age, our bodies don't respond the same way they used to. A habit that felt perfectly fine at 45 might become risky at 75, especially during that crucial first hour of the day. And yet, so many of us don't realize how these seemingly innocent routines are silently affecting us. In this video, I want to gently guide you through the breakfast habits that could be putting seniors at risk, habits that many of us don't even realize are potentially dangerous. I'm not here to scare you, but to help you notice the little things that no one else might have mentioned, the things that quietly add up over time. Because breakfast isn't just about filling your stomach, it's about setting the tone for your entire day. It affects how your brain functions, how steady your hands feel, how well your heart handles even small stresses, and whether you'll have the energy to do the things you love without worrying about dizziness or fatigue. The trick is, most of the breakfast mistakes we make don't feel like mistakes at all. They feel comforting, habitual, like home. But after years of following the same patterns, your body might just be trying to tell you, I need something different now. So in this video, we're going to explore 6 quiet but common breakfast habits that could be sabotaging your health. And the best part, I'm going to show you how just 1 or 2 small changes can protect your heart, brain, and balance, so you can start your day with confidence, not concern. Let's dive in and make mornings work for you, not against you. Have you ever walked into someone's home and immediately felt a sense of calm and comfort? It's as if the space was almost magically tidy. The floors are spotless, the counters gleam, and there's a peacefulness that makes you feel at ease right away. Some people just seem to have a natural talent for keeping their homes organized, fresh, and inviting, almost like they never have to spend hours scrubbing or tidying up. But here's the truth. It's not magic. It's the result of a few small, consistent daily habits that keep everything in check without the need for overwhelming cleaning marathons. What if I told you that keeping your home neat and tidy doesn't have to be such a daunting task? You don't need to spend every weekend deep cleaning to maintain a welcoming, comfortable space. In fact, seniors who have mastered the art of living well often have simple, effortless routines that keep their homes organized without the hassle. Today, we're going to dive into 6 daily habits practiced by seniors with spotless homes. These aren't complicated routines that will wear you out or take up your entire day. No. These habits are small, simple actions that make a huge difference over time, and they're so easy to incorporate into your day that you'll barely even notice you're doing them. Now you might be thinking, that sounds great, but do these habits really work? Absolutely. Once you start incorporating these simple habits into your daily routine, keeping a clean and inviting home will feel effortless. You won't need to spend hours cleaning anymore. Just a few minutes here and there will do the trick. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, I'll be sharing one incredibly simple habit that can completely transform how tidy and peaceful your home feels, without adding any extra work to your already busy day. Trust me, this is something most people overlook, but it's a total game changer. So let's jump right in and talk about the 6 small habits that can make your home feel cleaner, calmer, and more organized every single day. 1. Never leave a room empty-handed. Let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed how, over time, things just seem to pile up? A mug left on the coffee table, a book sitting on the couch, your sweater tossed across a chair. Before you know it, your house feels cluttered, and it's almost as if that mess appeared out of nowhere. Well, I've got a little secret for you, and it's one of the simplest ways to avoid clutter from taking over your home. It's a habit practiced by nearly everyone who can keep their space looking effortlessly neat. Never leave a room empty-handed. Sounds easy, right? But trust me, this small intentional action can make all the difference when it comes to maintaining a tidy space. It's not about scrubbing or wiping things down constantly. It's about creating a natural flow, a routine that keeps your home in motion. Here's how it works. Every time you leave a room, whether you're headed to the kitchen, walking down the hallway, or going to bed, make it a point to take at least one item with you. It could be that cup you just finished drinking from, the magazine you were reading, or the jacket you tossed across the chair. When you carry just one item to its proper place, you're not only preventing clutter from piling up, but you're also taking control of your space in a way that doesn't feel overwhelming. Let me give you a real-life example. Take someone like Alice, a 72-year-old who always seems to have a spotless home. People often ask her, "Alice, how do you manage to keep everything so neat? What's your secret?" And you know what she says with a smile? "Oh, I just put things away as I go." It really is that simple. Alice doesn't wait for the clutter to build up. She takes care of things in the moment, keeping her space organized without any extra effort. Kitchen. Later, as you move into the hallway, you notice your sweater tossed on the chair. You fold it up and put it back in the closet. By the time you've made it through your morning routine, you've already made several small, mindful actions that keep your home feeling neat without any extra effort or stress. What's so powerful about this habit is that you're always in control. You're not waiting until the end of the day to clean up a pile of things scattered around the house. Instead, you're handling each little mess as it happens, one item at a time. This prevents the build-up of clutter and helps you stay on top of things, making your home feel fresh and organized. Why does this work so well, especially for seniors? Because it eliminates the need for long, exhausting cleaning sessions. Instead of setting aside hours during the weekend or evening to catch up on deep cleaning, you're tackling messes right then and there, in small, manageable doses. The result? A home that's constantly in motion, where items always find their way back to their rightful places, and clutter never has the chance to take root. This habit also makes your space feel more manageable and under control. It's those little wins, picking up that coffee cup or returning the book to the shelf, that add up and make your entire space feel cared for, without you feeling like you're working non-stop. Imagine if, every time you leave a room, you take just one item with you. You'll never have to spend time searching for things later, and your home won't become that chaotic mess that takes hours to fix. For those who want to keep things feeling light and easy, without the heavy lifting of a big cleaning day, this habit is perfect. Plus, it's not just about keeping things tidy, it's a form of self-care. Each time you pick up that mug or fold that blanket, you're taking small actions that keep your environment peaceful and organized. Your space reflects your state of mind, and by keeping it clean, you're also keeping your mind clear. Now picture this. You're walking through your house with a cup of coffee in hand. As you pass through the living room, you grab the newspaper from the chair and place it back on the shelf. As you leave the room, you take the empty mug with you and set it in the kitchen. By the time you've made it to the next room, you're already one step closer to a peaceful, clutter-free home, without even thinking twice about it. Stacking up, the mail is piling up, and your space is starting to feel chaotic. But here's where the 2-minute rule comes in to save the day. Instead of letting those small tasks sit, you tackle them right away. If it'll take 2 minutes or less, just do it. Hang up your coat, put your shoes away, sort the mail. Simple actions when done immediately stop clutter from taking over. Sounds simple, right? That's because it is. The beauty of this rule is that it keeps those small tasks from accumulating into something bigger and more overwhelming. When you practice the 2-minute rule, you're not only keeping your home tidy, but you're also creating a sense of control and calm throughout your day. Let's break it down with an example. You come home, toss your coat over the chair, leave your shoes by the door, and let the mail pile up. Normally, these small things might feel insignificant, But when they add up, it feels like you're drowning in clutter. Instead, the moment you come through the door, take just 2 minutes to deal with each of those tasks. Put your coat in the closet, slip your shoes into their designated spot, and sort the mail. By spending just a couple of minutes on these little tasks, your space stays organized, and you won't have to worry about it piling up into a bigger problem later on. I can't tell you how much this habit has changed the way I maintain my own home. The best part? It's incredibly easy to start. Imagine how much smoother your day could feel, walking through your home and knowing everything is already in its place, without the need for a big cleaning session. The 2-minute rule is a game changer. It's about taking action immediately, instead of putting it off for later. Next time you see something that needs attention, ask yourself, can I do this in 2 minutes? If the answer is yes, don't hesitate. Just do it. You'll be amazed at how much easier it is to keep your home tidy when you make this small, simple change. Trust me, once you start incorporating the 2-minute rule into your daily routine, it will make a huge difference in how clean and organized your space feels. Staring at a mountain of clutter or feeling overwhelmed by the mess. Instead, you'll be making progress throughout the day, one small task at a time. And before you know it, your space will feel consistently tidy and organized, without you needing to spend hours cleaning. Take Frank, for example, a 75-year-old man who has truly mastered the 2-minute rule. Frank's home is always neat, never cluttered, because he handles each little task as soon as it arises. If a dish needs washing, he rinses it right away. If he spots a dust bunny on the floor, he wipes it up immediately. Because he doesn't let things sit, his house never feels like it's building up into a huge mess. What's so powerful about the 2-minute rule is that it's quick, efficient, and stress-free. You're not saving tasks for later and letting them weigh on your mind. Instead, you're tackling them right then and there, which helps you move on with your day without the mental load of unfinished tasks. It's a small habit that not only keeps your house cleaner, but also helps you feel calmer and more in control of your environment. Think about it. How many times have you put off washing a dish or throwing away a receipt, only for it to add to the chaos later on? But when you practice the 2-minute rule, you're nipping those little problems in the bud. It's the simplest way to stay ahead of clutter and keep your space feeling fresh. Here's the best part. This habit doesn't require a lot of time or energy. If you can spare just a minute or two after each task, your home will stay in great shape. You won't find yourself scrambling to catch up or spending hours on deep cleaning. Instead, by practicing the 2-minute rule, you're maintaining a tidy and peaceful space with minimal effort. You'll be amazed at how much of a difference this little habit can make in the overall cleanliness and flow of your home. You won't feel overwhelmed by an endless list of things to do, and you won't be stressed by clutter. Instead, you'll have a space that feels peaceful and organized with no need for big cleaning marathons. Now, let's put this into practice. The next time you see something that needs to be done, whether it's putting away a coat, wiping down the counters, or tossing the mail, ask yourself, can I do this in 2 minutes or less? If the answer is yes, take care of it right away. It's one of the easiest ways to stay on top of things without feeling like cleaning is taking over your life. This simple habit can transform your daily routine, making your home feel cleaner, more organized, and less stressful, all in just a few minutes a day. So why not give it a try? 3. Reset your home before bed. Imagine waking up in the morning, stepping out of your bedroom, and walking into a kitchen that's spotless, a living room that's calm and inviting, and a space that feels ready for your day to begin. Now picture the opposite. Waking up to a sink full of dishes, piles of laundry on the couch, and yesterday's clutter still hanging around. Which one would make you feel more at ease, ready to take on the day? If you're like most people, you probably prefer to start your day feeling calm, not overwhelmed. That's where the habit of resetting your home before bed comes in. This simple yet powerful routine can completely change how you feel when you wake up, and it only takes about 10 to 15 minutes. The idea is to spend just a few minutes each night tidying up before you head to bed. And no, this doesn't mean deep cleaning the whole house. Instead, it's about handling small, intentional tasks that set the stage for a smoother morning. Things like wiping down the kitchen counters after dinner, fluffing the pillows on the couch, straightening up the living room, or putting away any stray items. A book on the coffee table, shoes left out by the door, or that empty mug on the counter. Taking a few minutes at night to reset your space ensures that you'll wake up to a clean and organized environment, which can make your morning routine so much easier. And guess what? You'll feel more energized, relaxed, and ready to start your day without the burden of clutter. It's a small investment of time that pays off big when it comes to creating a peaceful, organized home. And living room, spaces where we spend a lot of our time. But here's the thing. Keeping these high-traffic areas clutter-free can have a huge impact on how your home feels. Imagine walking into your kitchen after a long day and seeing a clean, organized space instead of a counter full of dishes and unopened mail. Or relaxing in your living room, only to find that everything is where it belongs and the space feels inviting, not chaotic. It's all about focusing on the most used areas and making sure they stay clutter-free. This doesn't mean you have to keep everything spotless all the time. It's more about maintaining a sense of calm and order in the spaces that matter most. A little effort goes a long way when it comes to these areas, and the payoff is worth it. For example, take Linda's nightly ritual. At 68, she swears by the power of resetting her home before bed. She walks through each room, picking up anything that's out of place, straightening throw pillows, wiping down the kitchen counters, and tidying up any stray items in the living room. By the time she's ready to sleep, her home already feels peaceful and organized, and she knows she won't have to deal with yesterday's mess in the morning. This habit doesn't require perfection. It's simply about preparing your space in a way that makes you feel lighter and more in control. You don't need to spend an hour cleaning every corner. Just a few minutes of resetting each room makes your home feel fresh and inviting and ready to go. The best part? When you wake up to a tidy home, your mindset is already on the right track. You start your day with a sense of calm and control, which sets the tone for everything that follows. So before bed tonight, try this simple habit. Take a few moments to walk through your most used spaces, your kitchen, your living room, and clear the clutter. Wipe down surfaces, put things back where they belong, and straighten up the room. You'll be amazed at how much better you feel the next morning and how much less stress you'll have as you begin your day. By focusing on your most used spaces and keeping them clutter-free, you're giving yourself the gift of peace and organization without feeling overwhelmed. And trust me, it's these little habits that make the biggest difference in how your home feels. Inviting, peaceful, and always ready for you to enjoy.